During pregnancy, it's crucial to make healthy food choices to ensure the well-being of both the mother and the developing baby. Certain foods should be avoided or consumed with caution due to the potential risks they pose during pregnancy. Here's a list of foods to avoid or limit. Raw or undercooked seafood. Raw or undercooked seafood, including sushi, sashimi, and raw oysters, can contain harmful bacteria and parasites that can lead to foodborne illnesses. Stick to fully cooked seafood during pregnancy. Raw eggs. Raw or undercooked eggs may contain salmonella, which can cause food poisoning. Avoid foods like homemade mayonnaise, Caesar dressing, and some types of homemade ice cream that contain raw eggs. Unpasteurized dairy products. Unpasteurized milk and dairy products can also contain harmful bacteria. So opt for pasteurized versions during pregnancy. Soft cheeses. Soft cheeses like feta, blue cheese, queso fresco, and brie can be contaminated with listeria, a bacteria that can harm the baby. Stick to pasteurized versions of these cheeses or avoid them altogether. Deli meats and processed meats. Deli meats and processed meats like hot dogs can be contaminated with listeria. If you choose to consume them, heat them until they are steaming to reduce the risk. Raw sprouts. Raw sprouts, such as alfalfa, clover, and radish sprouts, can harbor harmful bacteria and are best avoided during pregnancy. High mercury fish. Some fish, like shark, swordfish, king mackerel, and tilefish, are high in mercury, which can harm the baby's developing nervous system. Limit consumption of these fish and opt for low-mercury options like salmon, shrimp, and canned light tuna. Excessive caffeine. While moderate caffeine intake is generally considered safe during pregnancy, about 200,300 mg per day, excessive caffeine consumption can lead to complications. Be mindful of coffee, tea, energy drinks, and other sources of caffeine. Unwashed fruits and vegetables. Thoroughly wash all fruits and vegetables to remove potential contaminants and bacteria. Use a vegetable brush for firmer produce. High sugar and processed foods. Excessive consumption of sugary and highly processed foods can lead to gestational diabetes and other health issues. Opt for whole, nutritious foods instead. Unwashed herbs and raw sprinklings. Like unwashed fruits and vegetables, unwashed herbs and raw garnishes like parsley can carry contaminants. Wash them thoroughly before use. Alcohol. Alcohol consumption during pregnancy can lead to fetal alcohol spectrum disorders and other developmental issues. It's best to abstain from alcohol entirely during pregnancy. Excessive vitamin A. Avoid consuming excessive amounts of foods high in vitamin A, such as liver and liver products, as an excess of this vitamin can be harmful to the developing baby. Unwashed hands and cross-contamination. Practice good hygiene by washing your hands and avoiding cross-contamination when handling food to reduce the risk of foodborne illnesses. It's essential to maintain a balanced and nutritious diet during pregnancy. Meet your specific dietary needs and takes into consideration any allergies, sensitivities, or health concerns you may have during your pregnancy. Frequently asked questions section. Why should I avoid certain foods during pregnancy? The primary reason to avoid certain foods during pregnancy is to reduce the risk of foodborne illnesses, which can have more severe consequences during pregnancy due to a weakened immune system. Additionally, some foods can contain harmful substances that may affect the baby's development. Can I eat sushi during pregnancy? It's generally recommended to avoid raw or undercooked seafood, including sushi, during pregnancy because it may contain harmful bacteria and parasites. Opt for fully cooked seafood options instead. Can I consume caffeine during pregnancy? While moderate caffeine intake, about 200,300 mg per day, is generally considered safe during pregnancy, excessive caffeine consumption can lead to complications. It's best to limit your caffeine intake during pregnancy. Are soft cheeses safe to eat during pregnancy? Some soft cheeses like feta, blue cheese, queso fresco, and brie can be contaminated with listeria, which can harm the baby. It's recommended to choose pasteurized versions of these cheeses or avoid them during pregnancy. Is it safe to eat deli meats during pregnancy? Deli meats and processed meats can be contaminated with listeria, a bacteria that can be harmful to the baby. If you choose to consume them, it's advisable to heat them until they are steaming to reduce the risk. Can I have a glass of wine during pregnancy? It's best to abstain from alcohol entirely during pregnancy, as alcohol consumption can lead to fetal alcohol spectrum disorders and other developmental issues in the baby. What is the concern with high mercury fish during pregnancy? High mercury fish like shark, swordfish, king mackerel, and tilefish can contain high levels of mercury, which can harm the developing baby's nervous system. It's recommended to limit consumption of these fish and choose low mercury options. Why should I avoid unpasteurized dairy products during pregnancy? Unpasteurized milk and dairy products can contain harmful bacteria, so it's best to opt for pasteurized versions to reduce the risk of foodborne illnesses. Can I consume herbal teas during pregnancy? Some herbal teas are safe during pregnancy, while others may pose risks. Consult with your healthcare provider or a qualified herbalist to determine which herbal teas are safe for you. Is it safe to eat raw eggs during pregnancy? Raw or undercooked eggs may contain salmonella, which can cause food poisoning. Avoid foods like homemade mayonnaise and Caesar dressing that contain raw eggs. What foods should I emphasize in my pregnancy diet? Focus on a balanced diet that includes a variety of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and dairy or dairy alternatives to ensure you and your baby receive essential nutrients. How can I ensure food safety during pregnancy? Practice good food safety by washing fruits and vegetables thoroughly, cooking meat and seafood to the recommended temperatures, avoiding cross-contamination, and following proper hygiene practices.